Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Um, I did Unlimited last night. I'll do some other things later tonight. Well, actually, just one anime series review. Roman, gotta do that. I can, we'll see. But it's Bleach time. Bleach chapter 531. This one, when I was reading it on Manga Mangasheen, it hit me. Because I didn't get the full... Because with these titles now, what Kubo's been doing was, he puts a subtitle in there. Like, the real title, I think, the real title is, what's the real title? The real title is Everything But the Rain OP4. But there's an extra title. There's an extra title in there. And if you look at the chapter correctly, you'll see the title. It says, Dark Bleeding of the Moon. At first, I thought to myself, oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. That's it. I'm not saying this is for certain, but what I think happens is this. The circle that, the hole in this chapter of that hollow is not sealed. There's something in there. I believe this is how it happens. Now, at the end of the chapter, Aizen shows up. I might as well just say that. So, you know something's going to go down. Theory is this. Isshin gets cut. The hollow gets cut. Oh, let's pour some of the hollow's blood into Isshin's. There you go. Hey, this is my theory. Take it or leave it. But just the way it happened, and I saw that time, I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. That makes sense. I mean, it all makes sense. I mean, when you really think about it, it all makes sense. Because in this chapter, he unleashes his Shikai and calls it Yugetsu. And it's fire. And the hollow Vastal Lord, you want to call it, fighting him, is black. He's got black hand swords. He looks exactly... This all fits. And I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. No questions asked. Because he actually was fucking intense. And I just thought the whole fight between him and the hollow was awesome. But in the beginning part, let's get into the beginning part summary. He's confronting it. And you're saying, what is he? A black hollow. And we see the hollow, and he's looking at him, and he roars, and he's saying it's all black, but the hole has been filled up with something. We don't know what that something is. But it's filled up with something. I'm like, okay. But then I look at the title, I'm thinking to myself, what if that's what happened? What if that's actually part of the hollow? Or, Aizen did something to it and it has blood now. And that's how... I'm talking about how it all fits. It all fits. But anyway, he's saying that. But he's saying, Isshin had no doubt that this is a hollow. And the hollow starts attacking him. He goes after it. And blah, 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 blah. And then we see Aizen. Oh, shit. We see Aizen again. Motherfucker. He's everywhere. Aizen's everywhere. He says, what a pleasant surprise. I'm like... He's saying that the 10th Division captain's there. He's What is he doing there? And Gin says, "Oh, it's not going to end well," and then Aizen's like, "Says who? Think of it as an unexpected bonus. I want to see this up close. Any way we can make that happen." It's like, and then we get a title page, "Dark of the Bleeding Moon," and that spells it. That says it. It's right in front of us. The rest of the chapter, we have Misaki and Ryuken, and she realizes there's a Rosatsu on the move, and there's a hot, and one is a hollow, and there's one more. And he says, "Oh, what are you doing? You know, why are you going out? Stop right there." And Ryuken was being very cold in this aspect about it. He obviously didn't want her to go out. He was like saying, "No, you're not going out. You're staying right here." That's pretty much what he was saying. And he's basically telling her that, you know, our job is not to go out there. Our job is to go out there after the Shinigami dies. Yeah. When that happens, you know, the mixed bloods will go in there and sort things out. There, he actually calls it Mishling. Can't say that. And he's saying you should think about your position you're in, Misaki, and everything, be in harm's way. We purebloods are not meant to shed our blood over such petty matters. And then she says, "But Ryu-chan," and then we go back to Isshin, and he's fighting this thing, and it's giving him a hard time, and he's saying it resembles a hollow, but when he crossblades with it, it feels like a Shinigami. And he says, "It's one tough son of a bitch." And then we see another Shinigami there from the 13th Squad Division. And he's saying that's already in their jurisdiction. And then it unleashes a Cero. And he says, "Run, shit," you know, and everything. And then we hear Misaki start talking. Misaki was pretty boss in this chapter. That's another reason I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. And she's like, "Say, I respect you, Ryo-chan. Like, I consider you our anti-future of the Quincy's, but you know, I'm not yours. For me, taking care of myself means not running away or avoid something that I have no power to control." And she's basically saying that, you know, because of that decision, she says, I would never be able to look myself in the mirror if she hasn't done. She just leaves a certain situation. You know, she doesn't want to do that. She won't be able to look in the mirror again. So she leaves. And that's when Ryuken tells Katagiri to bring out the Reishi. Calls it the Spirit Particle Armor. Go figure that. And then we go back to Isshin, saying did he just use a sorrow? And that's when he's saying that this isn't like a net metals he's fighting before, and so on and so forth. And he's feeling that, he says to him, "Someone's been covering your ass. Who's pulling the strings?" And then, you know, I'm not much of a conversationist. It's fine by me, because I'm about to turn you into barbecue. And then he says, "Burn in Getsu." So his Zanbakuto, Isshin, is flame. That was a surprise to me, because I didn't actually think that's what his power and what his Zanbakuto was. And that's another reason I'm giving this 5 out of 5. I didn't expect that. Burn in Getsu, which was pretty awesome when he unleashed it, throwing the flames all over the place. And then he attacks it, and he gets stabbed! Oh, he gets slashed, but guess who? No surprise! Aizen! And he says, "What the?" And it says, he strikes the enemy first, only to be struck down. That's pretty much what happened in this chapter. Yeah. 5 out of 5, no questions asked. Like the moment with Misaki. I like that. I like that moment, because it was like her, you know, just coming out and saying, "I'm going to go out there. I won't look my face, be able to look my face in the mirror if I let someone die because of this," and so on and so forth. And the whole thing to me that comes out of this chapter is this. Isshin's been stabbed. Aizen is there. Well, slashed. Aizen is there. The Hollow is there. You know what Aizen is intending to do. If I know what is going to happen in next week's chapter, it seems to me that Ichigo's hollow powers, they derive from this situation. So, that whole thing with Misaki, no. That has nothing to do with it. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. Pretty much, this was Aizen all along. That's what this was. And it's so insane to think about. That whole conversation he had with Ichigo. I know when you were... That was... Yeah, he planned it. God damn. King Aizen. But, at least to say, this was an awesome chapter. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. No questions asked. Next week, I can only imagine what's going to happen. Misaki's probably going to go out and help him. This flashback will probably... I think it's going to last a little longer. Just a little longer. And, you know, after that, you'll see a few things. We'll probably go back a little while soon. But this whole thing this whole chapter was awesome. I can't emphasize how great this was. The title alone should have clued a few people in. Like, Bleeding of the Moon. Like, Dark the Moon. So, this basically, more or less, this chapter solidifies without a shred of doubt in anyone's mind that this is where Ichigo's powers of hollowification came from. There's no question. There's no question. In fact, it's most likely that this hollows, I'm not going to say blood, but rather it's his flesh or his Zatsu or blood, either one of those was inserted into Isshin. In fact, what's probably going to happen, well, I should assume to some extent, is Aizen probably leaves by the time Misaki gets there. But it's already too late. Aizen already does what he needs to do. He supposedly inserts the... But Isshin doesn't get it. He passes on to his son. At least that's what I feel. But this chapter it solidifies. That's what this chapter did, in my opinion. It solidified anyone who says, oh yeah, Ichigo, he got his hollow powers from... Nope. You can't say that anymore. You can't make your theories anymore because you now know where he got it from. It was solidified in this chapter, more or less. And next week should be awesome. Aizen again. Aizen, man. This motherfucker. This motherfucker is such a troll. He is. All is planned. He could outdo a lot of villains in certain aspects. I'm telling you right now, he could outdo them. He is such a planner and a manipulator to the point where just leave him alone and he'll manage to do it. In fact, if you want to manipulate somebody, that's who you call. Should be a phone number, 1-800-MANIPULATE. And you know who answers it? Hello, Aizen. Okay, yeah, I'll go manipulate them. That's how it is. It's so crazy. But this was an awesome chapter. Like I said, probably next week we're going to get the conclusion of this. Aizen doing whatever he does to Isshin with the hollow there. And Misaki probably shows up to a certain extent and heals him. And there's probably, we're going to get some background after that. We probably will. But man, Just ah ah Aizen again. But I am really looking forward to seeing how the ultimately, this hollow, integrates. But more or less, yeah, this is where he got his. This is where Ichigo got his powers from. This fucking thing, this hollow. I mean, go figure, But anyway, that's all we got for you guys. This was an awesome chapter. Aizen again, motherfucker. Uh, and yeah, I will see you guys later. After this, I will do my One Piece chapter review and try to do Roman. I said I was going to do Psychopath. I'm pulling that off for a while. Gotta do that. So yeah. And that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, it's been Bankai92. I'll see you guys later. Aizen again. This guy is unbelievable. He just continues. Ha 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 ha.